Stand up, clap your hand. Come on, you got to wake up. Everybody get up for a second. You're on my time now. Let's go. Come on. Get it up. Clap it up. Move side to side. Come on. We're going to make some money here. Come on. Y'all off beat. Come on. Rock with me. Left and right. Y'all feet. Come on. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, look, I really enjoy being here today and the opportunity to come and stand in front of you guys and share my story with you. Sean told you most of the stuff here, you know, about my background and stuff. But what I wanted to do is a little bit different. I wanted to actually show you how I did things. Okay, so hopefully you can walk away from here with a few more ideas, and that way you can take it back and implement it, you know. Let's start out with what Eric was talking about earlier about your marketing stuff and how to make yourself a celebrity. And how I started that is I started out with the Gold Rush. And when I did the Gold Rush, I actually broke out this form here. Let's see, what would I put it up here? It was right here. I lost my paper here. Okay, here it is right here. Membership making headlines right there. Help Fitness Seminar raise funds for Ivy Ranch children. That went out in the Chamber of Commerce paper right there. And the Chamber of Commerce paper goes out to 5,000 businesses in my city. So they get to read about that and see what's going on. You notice I went and took pictures of the children. The other thing I did when I went up there, the person that runs that place, she was overweight. Okay, so I got her signed up. And I got her mother signed up. And I got her sister signed up, all from that one deal. And then once I got this thing up and running, okay, I actually made $10,000. Okay, that night. It was $60,000 over a 6-month period because the people stayed at least 6 months. So I made over $60,000 for my first seminar that I did. I didn't use a PowerPoint or anything for that. I didn't have one at the time. Later on, I got a hold of Sean's PowerPoint, and I beefed that baby up a little bit with my photos and stuff. And I'm telling you, the second one that I did was like, I think it was $160,000. The second the second Gold Rush that I did was like $160,000. Also, the other media that I'm working here is, this is the North County Voice. That paper goes out to 25,000 people. It's 4 cities, my city and 3 other cities. So I'm getting to reach 25,000 people in this paper right here. And what happens is I actually get to put an article in there. People get to read that. It says, well, they wrote that article, but I got another article I'm going to show you. Coach Berry received raving reviews. You guys read that Eric put together, and he put it in a newsletter. Well, I gave it to North County Voice also, and they ran the same thing. So I used that twice. So the people in my community know that there's other folks that want me in Florida. And so they say, maybe we better get out and use this guy before he move on us. In addition to that, I have my own space. This one I actually pay for right here. This is my space ad I put in there, you know, offering 3 free-day trials. Some of them are a week trial. And I put pictures of my people in here. This lady here is 76 years old. She was 50 pounds overweight. When she came to me, she had blood pressure problem, cholesterol problem, and type 2 diabetes. She don't have any of that no longer. It's all gone. We was able to reverse it by correcting her nutrition, losing some weight, building some lean muscle. The next one is 64 years old. This one here is 41 years old, had never worked out before, came to me with back problems and everything, you know. This is why I get a lot of business. I get people really good results. You know, we're going to have to stop thinking outside the box. We're going to have to tear it up, you know, and that's what I'm doing. I'm tearing it up. Weight loss right here. That's another article that I did. It went in the Healthy Times paper, and this is the Healthy Times paper. Here's my space ad that goes along with it. I'm going along quite pretty fast because I got a lot of stuff to show you. I got a video, and they got me on the clock here. Okay. See these folks right here? That's my Healthy Time ad. Doesn't they look good? Don't they look good? Pants for sale right there. That lady used to fit in no pants. So if they see that and they read the article, they get my text here, and in the same paper, they get to look at this, and it's driving them to the website, okay? Bring it in for 3 free-day trial. Go to the website, and they'll tell them on the website, watch video number 3 on the website. That video on that website has closed more businesses for me. Before they even got in the door, they was already sold. So it wasn't a lot of time, you know, having to explain stuff to them, and I just tried to find out what their goals were and get them signed up. They were already sold when they came to me. So get you a good website, a good video on there, some testimonial. I will fight a person for a testimonial. You know, you know, Bill Goldberg. People come in, they say, "Oh, I don't want a before picture." I said, "No, we're going to get a before picture because you know what? The way this works is you're going to start making little small changes. You start making little small changes, and what happened is you'll be able to inspire somebody else later on down the road that's just like you that come in with the same problem, and now it's all about them. It's not about me. It's about them helping other people too. Oh, yeah, I can do that. And then they can go back and look at that photo and see how they changed themselves, Eric was asking me earlier how I get people motivated, and so many people want to come to, especially the females, man. I got a lot of females. It's because I understand women. I do. I'm telling you, I understand females. Because let me tell you what happens. Women is the most giving creatures on this earth. You guys got husbands, you got jobs, you got kids, you got to run them to soccer game, you got to come home, you got to do the laundry, you got to cook the dinner for the husband, got to take care of him, and do the last thing for yourself on the totem pole. So when they come to my studio, it's all about them. They get 120% of my effort and my trainer's effort. If they don't get that out of my trainer, they get the boot. And one of those trainers is my son. He know he'll get the boot because I'm really hard on him, really hard on here. Okay, there's a Healthy Time paper. The Healthy Time paper, this paper goes to Bonnie's, Henry's, some of the gyms, chiropractor's office, doctor's office. So you definitely want to be in something like that. If you got something like that in your city that gets around like that, get in there. And I pay for an article in there. It costs me $360 every 2 months. It comes out every 2 months. And I get to write that article. And what I do, for all 3 of these papers, I write like 3 articles, and I send them to them in advance. In case I get busy and I'm doing something else or I'm out of town, my articles are in. And I know they're going to run because I got a really good relationship with these people. If they don't have one, they will email me and ask me for one. So I don't have to work that thing anymore. It's all done. It's a done deal. 2007, I ended up with Business Person of the Year award because the Chamber of Commerce and business folks was taking notice that my business was growing. I was doing a lot of stuff in the community. We raised over $18,000 for Ivy Ranch, able and disabled children. Same type of children that Sean was talking about earlier, artistic children that ride horses and things. We have one of those right down the street from my studio, and I usually give charity to them every year. And when I run every Gold Rush, I actually give that money to those individuals. And I give the money to that charity organization, and I get a lot of business back from those too. Okay, now I want to tell you how I did this thing here. This is my class here that I use for my Gold Rush. And everybody's probably seen this. If you've taken any of the courses, you've seen this here. This came from Sean. Okay, I just stuck my face in there, and a few other things, some of my pictures. I didn't create this thing, I just took it and used it and modeled it like everybody else should be doing, Who am I and why should you listen to me? We don't need to go through all that. I'm the baddest one around. That's why you should listen to me. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I know how to get results. And most of you seen my stuff, and if you haven't, you're going to see it tonight. I'm scrolling through this pretty quickly because I want to get to the photos. But you see what it looks like. Phyllis, I started with her. Phyllis is 76 years old, and she had MS. She couldn't even walk before. She used to be in a wheelchair. You know who got out of that wheelchair? Yours truly. Me and her together, working together. I'd go to her house and work with her until I could get her out of that wheelchair, got her on a walker where she could get to my studio, and we got her off the walker, off the cane, and she comes 5 days a week, and look at her. Look at the smile on that woman. Look at the legs on her. We built her up. She's strong. And 76 years old with MS. She's kicked MS in the butt. Okay? Next, this is Ron. He's 64 years old. Look at the gun on him. Looking better than Arnold, right? Arnold don't have anything left. 61 years old because he used those steroids and he had heart surgery. 61 years old, got a life back. That used to be a sedentary female right there. Cindy is 53 years old. Look at the body on her. Coach Barrett's program works. Who will be next? Could be you. Both of these ladies are 41 years old. They both have 4 children. A lot of women say, well, they got a flat belly because they don't have any children. I say, hey, they have 4 children. You can't use that as an excuse. This gentleman here, stress. He's the principal. And what happened is the guy was about to have an aneurysm, with the stuff he was teaching. That's what he came to me and told me when he came to me. No more stress, looking good, feeling good, moving forward. There is Paula 53 and smoking. And that's not a cigarette either. I'm talking about the body, man. Look, you look at that body. You know, I had her to go up against. I got little things like this I do. I say, hey, we're going to go up against Sharon Stone. Who you want to go up against? She said, Sharon Stone. I said, okay, we're going to take out Sharon Stone. And she's doing a pretty good job, isn't she? Okay, that guy is 61 years old. She's 65, retired principal from high school and lost 50 pounds. Look at her strutting her stuff. This is Tracy. Tracy been with me 6 years. This is a person who does all my pay stuff for me. She puts my bank statements and stuff. I don't do any of that stuff. She's one of my clients, but she does it. She's been doing it for 6 years. Bless her heart. Yeah. Hey. No, she don't do it in a bikini. This is Stephanie. Stephanie came to me with back problems. She couldn't even brush her teeth without holding on to the sink. Look at that body now. She don't have any problems. She just did a contest not too long ago. She's 41 years old, mother of two. And I want to show you her before picture. That's Stephanie there too. Look at her, looking good, right? That's Stephanie. That's her before picture. Look at the difference, that transformation. Night and day. Remember what I said about turning it up? There it is. Okay, James. That guy came to me. He had 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on the earth. We just pulled the other foot out. His blood pressure was the highest I ever seen in anybody in my life, and cholesterol. He was 38% body fat, but look at him now. The guy's 60 years old and looking awesome. That's an 80-year-old. Look at the guns on him. You know, I'm telling you, grandpas and grandmas are looking good in my studio. They call my place the Fountain of Youth, and that's why. And I lead the way. I'm 53 years old, going on 23. Look at that lady there, 34 years old, looking awesome. There's a 67-year-old and a 37-year-old. Look at the 67-year-old about to kick his butt, right? He's looking better. You know, they both look good, but the 67-year-old's got more cuts to him. So it doesn't matter about your age. That's this lady was 50 pounds. This is one. Well, I showed you her earlier. That's Vivian. She lost 50 pounds, a size 14 to a size 6, and she's 76 years old now. There's a 64-year-old Cara Dillon. She lost 35 pounds. 64 years old. That look good for a 64-year-old? Even the 20-year-olds don't look like, some of the 20-year-olds don't look like that. That's Malia. She came to me underweight, needed to build some muscle. There's some muscles right there. Mother of two. That's Marilyn. Y'all seen her a lot, right? Marilyn, she's 62 years old now. That picture is 60, but she looks better than that. I got a better picture than that. I just didn't put it in here. But 62 years old. And this lady here, the reason people come to me is she lives in Fallbrook, drives about 25 minutes to get to me, and she's been doing it for 8 years. Okay, well, gas is high now, and right now real estate's down. She's a real estate agent, so not a lot of money, so she wasn't driving up as much. You know what I did? I took one of my cross trainers from my house, and I took it to her house. So here's a cross trainer for you, so you can do your cardio, and then on the other days you can come up here. You know, those are the things that makes a difference. You go the extra mile for your clients. You know, if they've been with you that long and they're giving you money, you go the extra mile for them. This lady's working on my business plan right now. She's updating it. You know, she'll have it done when I get back, you know. So I don't have to do that. She's taking care of it. I got my own little mafia squad. I'm very resourceful, man. I got all my people, and they're working. Guess who that is? That's Tyrone. That's my son. He's one of my trainers. He's 24 years old. He was 22 when I took that picture. But I trained him and made sure he was looking good and feeling good and he can keep up with his daddy. Now, somebody say, well, he looks like that because he's 20, 24, 22 years old. Well, look at that 46-year-old. He looks just as good, right? So it doesn't matter about the age. 67, I'm sorry, 71, that's Rudy. Valerie, and Valerie used to fit in those pants. Pants for sale now. There's Kelly. Okay, set clear, attainable goal. Visualize the end result. Let enthusiasm drive you. Never, ever quit. Celebrate your accomplishment. That's in the end. Work over time equals power and a great body. That's my motto right there. If they do that, they're going to change. That's Candy, 61 years old. That's Candy. What did it say? Keep it simple. Limit alcohol, limit sugar, limit fat, limit portion size. Eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. Live a long and healthy life. Those things, when I'm saying that kind of stuff on stage and I'm showing this kind of stuff on stage, those people are getting ready to buy. They're getting ready to sign up. So that's why I walked out of there with this, after I did this PowerPoint presentation with $160,000 worth of business. You know, it took me a week to sign them up, but I got them, you know, all in that one night. Check that out. Can you believe it? 4 children. She just had a baby and just did a contest, man. She was worried about her belly, you know. I worked that woman out all through the pregnancy, and she worked out till the day she had that baby. She had it worked out that day, and 12 o'clock that night had a baby. So if they're pregnant, they still can work out. You know, you just don't want to start a person on a strenuous workout if they just got pregnant and they haven't been doing it, you know. But if they're already pregnant, no. We got to keep you going, you know, maintain the muscles so that body fat goes off right away. You don't do that, some women gain 60 pounds. And you got to deal with that on top of your baby and everything else. You know, so we don't want that to happen to them. And it's our job to make sure that doesn't happen. Check that out. No matter where you are, no matter, you know, I'm not just talking about fitness. I'm talking about this program you're in right now. No matter where you are, you have the power to change if you make the right decision. That stuff back there on the counters, if you don't have that stuff, you need to get it. I bought everything they have back there. I've been back there looking all day to see if anything I missed. You know, I've been back there like 3 times, you know, see if they got any new stuff, and I don't have to update it. I want some free stuff, you know, get me updated. But check that out. Got that at the end. I got 2 little videos here. This ain't the video I want to show you tonight, but I want to let you watch this little one right here. This is just a little clip from NBC where they had my no volume on that thing, huh? Volume working? Yeah, there you go.
In the gym?
How to not offend people while you're trying to get fit.
But I did get to show off my girl. It wasn't my show, but I got to show them off.
And then try to and then get more funky. It's a no-no.
And you're not talking about dancing either.
No, not that kind of. Okay, not that kind of funky, but nasty funky.
I see. You brought your posse this morning.
I did.
These are all
women are 40.
Coach Barry's gym in Oceanside, and it's great. All these women are over 40, so that's
awesome.
Okay, they're awesome. First and foremost, when you're at the gym and you're working out, you want to be sure that when you're using the exercise equipment, be sure that once you get up, that you wipe the equipment off. You want to
notice those Dirty Be Fit shirts.
Bring your own towel. Use theirs if you have to. If they have sanitizer, you can do that. Also, whenever you're using the equipment, also you want to be sure that you put it back in its rightful place.
Oh, that's nice.
Or either at the low setting. That's one of the things, just so that you're being mindful.
Because I might be next.
Right, exactly. So put the equipment back in its proper place.
Right.
When you're there, if you're using iPods or cell phones, things like that, try not to turn the iPods up too loud. The Bluetooth is a big no-no. No invisible talking person, nothing like that. Okay.
That freaks you out, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Are you talking to yourself or are you on the phone?
Exactly.
God, I hope you're on the phone.
And speaking of talking, if you're talking with people and you're having a conversation, just kind of keep your conversation to a minimal.
Okay.
Or if it gets, you know, like long, if you're going to have a long conversation, just move over to another area. So that way you're not disturbing other people.
All right, very good. It's great advice. Great. Who is this beautiful woman back here behind you? Can I say hi? What's your name?
This is Vivian.
My name is Vivian.
Vivian, Coach Barry told me how old you are. Do you like people talking about your age?
Doesn't bother me at
all.
all.
How old are you?
I'm 75.
75 years old. Check her out. What are you listening to on the iPod?
All kinds of good music.
All kinds of good music. Folks, thank you so much for getting up
early for us.
Let me tell
you, that woman right there. Okay, this other video is on my website. You guys can watch that later, so we're not going to play that. But that lady right there you just saw can do, how many of you are familiar with the hanging straps? Everybody familiar with that? She can do 4 sets of 50 on the hanging strap at 76 years old. You know, she can kick butt and take name, you know. And she asked me to show her how to do it, and I just helped her, and she got better at it, you know. So work over time equals power and a great body. A lot of strength, a lot of endurance, and a healthy person. What's coming up now, you're going to see... when I did my first gold rush with no PowerPoint, and I got $6,000, you know, over a 6-month period, you know, just from that one deal. And I was still getting my other business every month, you know. So one event promoted that. The second event got better. The third event I did was Jack Feller, City Councilman. Can we turn that one off, please? This guy right here, Jack Feller, he was a city councilman. And what I did, when we did that fundraiser, we took pictures, we promoted it, the media came out. There was a lot of people in my studio, 3, 4 newspaper, and video person came out. And what happened is we was going to make pledges. People were going to make pledges per pound that he lost over the 6-month period. And what happened is we lost 55 pounds, and we raised over 18,000. On the video, you're going to hear 15,000 and something, but checks kept coming in after the event, and I just kept passing them on over to her. And so it came up to about $18,000 for that charity. So we was real happy with that, and the community was taking notice, you know, and I did quite a few other charity events.